Voiceplay lately has been absolutely crushing it. Their last two arrangements that they released were Valhalla Calling, which happens to be my favorite Voiceplay arrangement of all time. Maybe. Hoist the Colors is still very, very high up there. They're back and forth. And they also released Seven Nation Army, which is also one of the sickest things I've ever heard. Not necessarily a cappella, because they have been using a lot of computer added sounds lately, which is okay. Again, I think it really adds to the effect of what they're going for with these songs. So today they released In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins featuring J-Nun, who this is their third time having him on this year. So yeah, I'm excited. And they've also been doing monthly uploads, which is really cool to see. So this is their June release, and I'm excited to take a look at it. So without further ado, let's get into In the Air Tonight by Voiceplay featuring J-Nun, see if it lives up to the hype of the former two. Here we go. D minor, just from my knowledge. Oh, and it's juicy A1 there from Jeff. G1, and also that. That is definitely a computerized sound. I mean, it could be a very, very heavily edited voice, but at that point, just add the electronic effect. Very cool.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
So this is perfect so far. All we have is that, as well as Jeff, rocking those low notes. So when we get Jane on starting with the melody, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Whenever he does that with those riffs, it's an interesting spot to pause. Here. Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I was also going to comment on the whatever that sound effect was. I think that's computerized too. It could be like Lane's voice editor or something. Oh, what am I doing? It sounds like it's the full chord. I'm sorry, I just did Mr. by Home Free, and theirs was in D flat major, so we're in D major now. I'm sorry, that's my bad. But that weird sounds like it's that whole dominant chord, so I don't think it's one voice doing it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I think that's a synth.
And I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
And there it is again, but actually with the voices, which is Ellie and Caesar and maybe Lane.
Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
No, D1 sub from Jeff there.
Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord.
So one thing Voiceplay has a mastery of is starting slow, soft and slow and building up to triumphant things. So again, they're highlighting that by having a very stripped back opening with just J and the bass and the snaps for percussion and the synth effect. But when we add Ellie on the lead, Jay and Caesar and probably Lane as well are just on soft little hum sounds, outlining the chords a little bit. So the farther we go in the song, the more we get.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Well,
Whoa, what the heck was that? I don't. That is definitely not a human. It can't be a human voice.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well,
it's multiple octaves at once happening there. I don't know. It's not worth trying to figure out. But I do like the way we're painting with the "Oh Lord" kind of idea, and we're doing some creative things with the harmonies in there.
oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there.
Lane was so excited to do this. I saw in the description it's a Lane arrangement. He's having the time of his life. Caesar sounded beautiful with the solo here, and little interjections like we know Voiceplay to do with Ellie and Jay, breaking up the text and spraying it throughout the background. Very nice.
You were drowning, I would not lend a hand.
It sounds like we removed Jeff completely from that part, so it's a little bit of a breakdown section.
Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two.
It's such a full harmony there when Jay takes the lead back.
Well, I was there and I saw what you did.
We removed Jeff again so we get the full impact of the three-part harmony going on up there with Lane absolutely crushing it. And when did the budget get so high for the production of these videos? Because look at the static and the way, you can see the production lights behind, but just look at the way the videos edited with the static that keeps it, the TV screen static that keeps appearing. It's so cool.
Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies.
Nice. That's not too high for Ellie. I mean, lies. It's not the high. It's not super high for a male voice, but he does it with kind of that. It's starting to tease that metal grit we know he has. So I'm digging it. And we're also, Lane is also hugging that synthesizer a little bit. It adds a lot to the effect for this arrangement specifically, so I'm digging it.
So you can wipe
Is that some pretty low note on there?
off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
That's so good. It teases. It teases. It tickles your brain. Says it makes you crave where they're going next when they transition to the body percussion section.
Been a pack of lies. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this.
So I'm impressed that so far the song has had very little substance in the vocal percussion. It's a very stripped back song, and I don't think Voiceplay has done anything like that as far as I've heard or acknowledged profoundly. So I'm thoroughly impressed by this.
This moment for all my life. Oh Lord.
Ooh.
All my life. Oh Lord.
No. I like the way he kind of adds the tremolo effect there.
Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Did you catch catch the editing on Jay's voice in the background?
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time that we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, no, you don't fool me.
No, you don't fool me. So we're starting to get up to the tenor range for LA. I was a little bit distracted by the, again, just like the synthetic sounds that are going on here. And Lane got some time to sing, so that's cool.
I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget?
How could I ever forget? He has such a breathy voice when he goes up there into that that higher baritone set.
How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time that we ever met.
I'm sorry. I wanted to comment on how smooth Caesar is when he switches up into higher registers, and you can hear the transitions, but they're so smooth, and he executes it so well every time.
The last time that we ever met.
You can hear how that part there where it transitions into the breathier head voice.
The last time that we ever met.
It's not really head voice, but it's in a different passage than everything else he was singing, so you can hear that transition. It's very nice. It takes a lot of vocal agility to be able to do that. But yeah, I'm absolutely in love with Caesar. He's one of my favorite singers of all time, I think.
But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. No, no, you don't fool me. Well, the hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me.
There we go. Get it, Lane. I noticed in that section we were starting to get a little bit more rhythm in the vocal percussion, and we broke down again to give Jeff his baritone solo, and then the breakdown from Lane. Nice.
No, no, you don't fool me. Well, the hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows. It's no stranger to you and me. Ooh, I can feel it coming in the air.
So here's a comment. I don't know if when Jeff was doing that solo, did Jay or somebody do the bass line? I think when it comes to Voiceplay arrangements, I think when Jeff has solos, they should have somebody who is able to do the bass lines if they ever want to perform live, or at least perform these arrangements live, unless they're gonna like play the bass line as a track live. But that's a little bit less interesting. Like we know Jay can do those bass lines, so I would like to see, just from my perspective, a little bit more spread in terms of the lower end of the voices, just because I feel like that would not tax Jeff as much, so he doesn't have to record 2 tracks for almost every part that he has a solo in. That's just my thought on the situation.
Well, the hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like Jay's doing the bass, so Jeff would be double tracked there, and again, I just think that would hinder them if they ever try to do any of their recent arrangements live.
There's no stranger to you and me. Ooh, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it.
I love how open Jay gets when he goes up into that beltier range. And he is not shy with those riffs. They absolutely slam dunk.
For this moment, for all my life. Oh,
But did you hear how bright and open his tone got when he went up there?
Lord, well, I've been waiting for this moment, for all my life.
That's pretty close to how high we've heard, or the highest we've heard Jay Bell, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he was up there on Valhalla Calling, and I know he's mixed up to it. But, like, for a lower voice like Jay, we got the pretty high belt up there. So you have to have a lot more openness. I mean, the videos are probably lip sync. But yeah, a lot more openness in the vocal track when you get to those high belts from Jay.
Well, I've been waiting for this moment, for all my life. Oh, Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord, I've been waiting for this moment.
Ooh. It's not that low, but usually I have Caesar sing significantly higher. So he sounds way nice down there.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh man. I would love to hear Caesar sing low more often.
All my life.
Oh yeah. Lord. Nice.
All my life.
He belts with so much sass.
For this moment, for all my life.
Hugging that G there, that's kind of interesting choice. And I heard Jeff did it too when he had his baritone solo earlier. All my life. Very nice.
I can feel it coming in the air. How could I ever forget? I can feel it. Oh Lord, yeah.
Yo. All right, let me play that.
For all my life.
Okay. Listen to the background when Caesar's doing that.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Waiting for this my whole life. I don't know if that's exactly what they're doing, but they have that in the background there. I didn't even catch it until I listened to it this past time. Waiting for this my whole life. Nice. It's very subtle, and you're not gonna hear that until you listen to it a couple of times, but that's so cool. Just like such a nice little detail to include there. I'm taking a while with this video, but I'm having fun with it, so deal with it. So Pentatonics one time did Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, and they did one other cover where at some point they drained the, I don't know, they made it sound like an old record player or something. So that's kind of what we're doing here, except to a little bit less of an extent. I'll get a lot of cool little vocal Easter eggs happening here. So like those random sporadic from Jeff. Of course it's not random, that's just the term I used for it, but there's method to it. Every time we hit a downbeat of a phrase, Jeff hits that.
I can feel it coming in the air. How could I ever forget? I can feel it.
That's high, dude. Come on, Caesar, get
How
it.
could I ever forget? I can feel it. Oh Lord, yeah, tonight.
Boom. That was very smooth. I can't sub that low, but that octave jump there.
I can feel it. Oh Lord, yeah, tonight. Oh, how could I ever forget?
Yo, come on, Jay.
How could I ever forget?
Oh my gosh, come on. Give me a break.
How could I ever forget?
So when he does that, it's not the same belt as I was talking about before. It's a bit. You get a lot of like head voice mix in there, because like most singers cannot belt that high. Most male singers cannot belt that high. It's just out of reach. But most males with the right training and the right mix technique can get that high. So I mean, it takes a lot of talent, but especially to do it with that much brightness, so it sounds like a belt. And then Ellie's taking the melody up that octave too.
How could I ever forget?
So that's not a full belt either. It's kind of similar to what he did in Valhalla Calling, which I cannot stop listening to. I can feel it calling in the air. So it's like that. He has that great. He can do it with a lot more belty tone than I can, though it is the same. It's the same idea of just like a mixed voice, where it's like between head voice and chest voice. Okay, question for you. Think back to Enemy last year that they covered, and when I would everybody wants to be my enemy. You hit the same note, that high D. I think it's belted, but I'm not sure. So if you guys want to answer that for me, I'm not sure. But that's a different song. We're on in the air tonight. Yes, Caesar. He's not as high of a tenor as Ellie is, so that's more like full falsetto for him, but still.
I can feel it, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Oh my gosh. Nice. That's yeah. I can't really mix it that cleanly that high. Dang, it's up to an F5.
Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord,
I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
So I was gonna say this is a really nice showcase of the tenors. I guess Caesar and Jay as baritones, or the tenors isn't just like the lead vocalists. So Jeff has that solo there, and he uses a very breathy tone to get down to the. Whereas in the beginning it was like a full chest voice. So that's very nice, especially since we just had a big vocal drop. We don't want like strong bloody chest voice. We want that nice breathiness in there. So very well done. I didn't catch that. That edited voice that Caesar has going on there.
well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord,
I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Very nice ending. I like how he didn't have to be too big with it. Like I said with Jeff Solo, it's very nice and laid back, and we're not afraid of silence here. It's okay to just take a second and be quiet in between phrases.
For all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
I think it adds so much to have nothing else going on except the harmonies, and then that last time, just a J. Oh Lord. Have him hold out and have the camera focus in on him as it pans around his face. Very beautiful. In terms of the music video, it's very good. It's very like I said before. Like, where did this budget come from to like produce such high quality music videos? It's incredible. like Valhalla Calling too, with the projected screen. But in terms of the arrangement, it's also an incredible adaptation of the original. I don't want to compare every arrangement that they do from now on to Valhalla Calling, even though it's my favorite. So no, on top of Valhalla Calling, I'm sorry, but it is very awesome, and it is cool to see them continuing to use this kind of like computer as these synthetic effects in their arrangements. I think if done appropriately, it can add a lot to them, and they have been again doing it appropriately. Especially, I think since Nothing Else Matters earlier this year, I think that was the first time where I was like, dang, like these effects are really adding a lot. And they've been doing it before then, but it was the first time that I was like, this could really go somewhere. And it is going somewhere. I hope they continue with monthly videos, because every single one that they've done this year has been an absolute banger. But yeah, that's where we're at with Voiceplay. So thank you for watching. Go subscribe to Voiceplay. And if you like my videos, you can press like and subscribe here. I'd greatly appreciate that. But that is all I have for you today. So I will see you on the flip side. Peace.